Hey, it's Courier Girl, and I wanted to talk about why I have a dedicated gas card, meaning a credit card that I use only for gas. At first, when I first got into the courier business, I just used the same card for everything, whether I was getting a snack or buying groceries or getting gas. And then I thought to myself, I really want to know what I'm spending on gas. Now, this was for my personal records because, all right, let's say you make $1,000, okay? $1,000 in a paycheck. And you spent $100 in gas. Well, then you really only made $900, and that's useful to know when you're trying to figure out if you should accept a gig or not, because if the amount of gas that you're going to spend is way too much of a percentage of how much you're going to make, then you got to look at it and say, it's not a good deal for me. So at some point, I'm like, you know what? I really, just to make my life easier so I didn't have to go through all the lines on my statement every month. And then also there was like, okay, I got $10 in gas, but then I spent another $10. Was that at the store? Did I get like snacks? Was it gas or was it store stuff? It didn't really differentiate, so I was getting confused. So I got a different card and I only use that for gas, and it made my life so much easier because now at a glance I can tell just by logging in and looking at that card how much money I've spent on gas in the last week, in the last couple weeks, in the last month, which just makes it easier. Now, this is not a tax thing because most couriers, we are deducting mileage from our income tax, and the government allows us to do that. This year, I believe you can deduct 56 cents a mile for work miles driven, and because we're deducting mileage, we don't get to deduct gas, or we don't get to deduct maintenance or insurance or any of that other stuff. But to know what you are really making versus your gross income, you have to take those things into account. So, if you're making, say, $5,000 a month, but you're spending $1,000 on gas, and then you're spending $500 on maintenance, or let's say $100 on maintenance, you have to take that $1,100 off of your income. So really, you didn't make $5,000, you made $3,900, and that's before taxes or anything else. So I think it's important, since gas is my biggest expense, to keep that on a separate credit card. And the other thing that I do is I make sure that my gas credit card has some kind of cashback deal. There are cashback credit cards. I know Discover's one that gives you 1% cash back. Spark Capital One, which I use, is 1.5%. I think Chase might have a percent back credit card, and Citibank might also. Now, some of these are, you need better credit in order to get them. So that is a reason to try to raise your credit as much as possible so you can take advantage of these perks. Now, 1%, that's like $1 for every $100 you spend, but I earn enough in cash back every month to probably give myself at least one full tank of gas for free. And to me, that's worth it. And if you saw my video about Kroger Plus points and using that to get money off gas, so you use your points, you get a few cents off gas, you use a cashback credit card, you get a little bit more off gas, and it all adds up over time to better savings. So yeah, that's my tip for today. Get a dedicated card, preferably with cashback, that you're only going to use to spend on gas, because it will make it much easier to figure out exactly what you're making. That's it for now. I'll see you on the road.